So now facepunch.com has decided to go after the gay Maoist. Now, this guy has his own alias, but I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, so I'm just going to call him the gay Maoist. Anyway, facepunch.com felt the need to bash this guy the way they did me, and well, I can agree with bashing him. I mean, he's insane. Their reasoning is so vague because they know goddamn well they cannot go against the woodwork of their conditioning of the bourgeoisie moderators. The fact is, clearly the moderators at facepunch.com are very much pro-homosexual, pro-transgender, so they can't just come right out and say that's the reason. So they're just like, he's stupid, he's crazy, and all these other shithead, toddler insults, because deep down they know they don't have freedom of speech. They know they cannot really say this guy is full of shit, he's fucking insane, and you don't become a woman just because you pop hormone pills like they're candy. Doesn't happen. So what I'm going to talk about here is both of them, because I actually tried to get the gay Maoists to join the Allies of Darkness a long time ago, before I even started calling it the Allies of Darkness, and he never replied back to me because he's an ingrate. So because of that, I'm going to talk about both of them. facepunch.com does not have the chutzpah to say what they really want to say, so I'll say it for them. The fact is that just because you take hormones does not make you a woman or a man. In fact, I'm going to go a step further than that. Transgender people are blackface for women. I think it's very insulting to the feminist movement that a man can come along and claim to be a woman just because he butchers his genitalia and, takes a few hormone pills. That is insulting to all women in their struggle. There is no way homosexuals can understand the plight of womanhood and how it feels to be an actual woman. This is degrading to women. Transgenderism is degrading to women. It essentially says that a man knows more about being a woman than a woman does. How the fuck can you even conceive that idea? I do not understand, in all honesty, why feminism puts up with the gay community, because it is just contrary to everything they fought for throughout the years. I mean, I'm not even going to go into further detail about it because I would just go off on this tangent, but yeah, this guy is not a Maoist, this guy is not a communist, he is a liberal, reactionary, revisionist. That's what he is. He's out of all the different platforms of communism, you go with Maoism. Really? You know what a real Maoist would tell you? That you are talking about first world problems, white people problems. The whole gay plight is a first world problem. In the third world, where they have to ritualistically work 16 hours a day and get beaten and brutalized and have to watch as their land and family die around them, that's a third world problem. What you have is people not validating you for what you want to be called, for what you want people to think like you think. Oh, because in your mind, you're a woman, everybody else around you has to call you a woman. It's their responsibility to make you feel like a woman, because internally and externally, you aren't. You are the most manliest fuck I have ever seen. No matter how, even with all the hormones you're taking, you still manage to look like fucking Chris Chan, who, by the way, you despise, because I remember when Chris Chan and the gay Maoists were having their little feud. So, even with all this effort you put into becoming a woman, it's done you no good. And rather than point that out, everyone's just saying, he's stupid, he's a poopy head, because clearly there is a transgender audience in facepunch.com. Now, mind you, I'm not saying either which way of what I think of transgenderism. I am just merely pointing out what facepunch.com does not have the fortitude to say, because they are under the thumb of moderators. Which, by the way, maybe you should reconsider your position of defending moderators precisely for that reason. See how wonderful it is to be able to actually say how you feel and think what you want to think independently, and not be bound by the rules of another? Perhaps maybe you'll give that some forethought and consider joining the Allies of Darkness. But until then, continue to, you know, parade around as if you're so cool and so rebellious, man. You know, 4chan, Anonymous is Legion. But you have nothing. You are nothing. You're a fucking serf just like the rest of us. And, you know, to the gay Maoist guy, you're a joke. You're a joke both to your revolutionary stance, so-called. You're a joke to gay rights. You're a joke to everything. You know? And I would respect you if you join the Allies of Darkness and you join with me to fight moderators, because I do agree that it's bullshit that just because you're a little deranged and malinformed that you should be fired from your job. I don't agree with that. Nor do I agree with the fact that you should be banned from any website because of your beliefs or because of your personal life. Just because you have chosen to fuck up your own hormonal balance, just because you've chosen to parade around claiming to be a woman when you're not, just because you're insulting the actual fight that women are doing to have equal rights to men, does not mean that you should be banned, censored, or fired from your job. You should not have to pay for it for having different belief systems. However, you are not in any way helping us. You are not in any way helping communists. You are not helping feminists. You are not even helping the LGBT by the way you are conducting yourself. That's what I'm trying to get across to you here. That's to you personally, gay Maoists. As for facepunch.com, you know goddamn well you would want to say this for yourself, but can't because your moderator overlords won't allow you to. So, think about that. I guess that's it.